What's up, Hog Nation? I'm here post-game with head coach from men's basketball, Omar Sanchez. Coach, a thriller tonight, but it just didn't fall the way that we wanted to. Point Loma 87, Holy Names 85. Give me your thoughts on the game.
I thought it was an extension of the season. I thought we battled throughout the game. We got down in double digits twice, I believe, and really fought back. Took the lead there in the second half, and just couldn't get enough stops. I thought we gave up way too many offensive rebounds in the second half. I thought the 10 offensive rebounds we gave up in the second half really killed us. And so I think Caden Anderson was the kid that really hurt us there in the stretch, getting putbacks. He had 8 offensive rebounds just in the second half. So, but to our credit, like our guys kept fighting. We kept hitting shots. I thought we opened up the second half. We hit like 3 or 4 threes. It kind of got us back into it. We took the lead. And so, I'm really proud of our guys and their effort tonight.
Coach, you still shot very well in the first half, 42%, as well as 50% from the three-point line. In the second half, you guys came out hot. I know Cam Finney hit a couple threes, Amari Odom hit a couple threes to, cut that lead down and eventually work our way right back into the game. But was there a change in the offensive game plan there in the second half coming out? I noticed a lot of threes were being shot. In the second half as well, you guys shot 9 of 17 and 53% from the three-point line. So just give me your thoughts on that.
Well, the first half, 10 turnovers caused 14 points for them. I mean, we gave up 14 points on 10 turnovers, which, again, that's why they shot 52% when you're giving up layups. It's going to be tough to kind of defend that. But I thought we took care of the ball in the second half. We had 4 turnovers in the second half. Like I said, our senior Patrick Monroe hit 2 big threes there in the second half. And then it just became contagious, and Zamarie hit a couple, Cam Finney hit a couple, and so we were able to kind of keep it close with the 3-point shot, and I guess that's to our guys' credit. We just never gave up and really battled.
Right, and then senior night tonight, big night, a lot of emotions. You had a good opponent come in, but everyone just seemed to want just a little bit more tonight, especially senior point guard Rob Fuller. He had 19 points and 8 assists. He's always been a scorer, defender, as well as getting his guys open and being able to find those guys. So talk about his performance tonight as well as his career performance the last couple of years under you.
Yeah, Rob's been the epitome of what a great player is as far as a point guard and what a coach wants. Amazing leadership. He kind of grew into that role last year behind Cavante. I thought he did a great job of being a backup. I thought at times he could have been a starter last year. But he really learned a lot last year, came in this year kind of understanding the lay of the land of the conference, and really helped our guys out in so many areas this year with growth and getting them to understand that the conference is tough and we have to battle every night. And so, I'm glad that he had a 19-4-8 night on his senior night, and, being down 2 and we had that last possession. No one else is going to take that besides Rob. So I wanted him to have that moment, and and that was his moment to have.
Right. Another guy who stood out, Anthony Dennis tonight. He hit a couple of clutch shots as well as able to drive into the lane and get to the foul line tonight. Talk about his performance down the stretch.
Yeah, Anthony really did a good job of being decisive when he got the ball. And even when he got into his jumper, he was very decisive about shooting it. And I thought that really helped him get going. And then when he gets to the free throw line, it settles him in a little bit. People are aware that he's not, I think he's our least 3-point shooter on the team. But the other stuff that he does is crash. He slashes really well. And when he has the ball and he gets downhill, it's pretty hard to stop him. So I was really happy for him to find his way. He shot 50% from the field tonight.
Yeah, knowing that... you've had some great student athletes. They'll be moving on, but next year that means you'll have new leaders. So, I mean, what are you going to expect from your new leaders that come in? Given that you have many months until the next season.
Yeah, I think for us this off season is they get 14 days off. I think we're going to really spend a lot of time with skill and off court stuff. Leadership's going to be important. Good teams have good leaders. I thought Rob having his leadership ability this year really helped us. And, hopefully those guys behind him took notes. Mitchell Ollier, I think he's going to be really good for us next year. And then, we also have LJ, who's going to be really good, stepping in, who redshirted this year. But it's one of those things that we want to make sure that our teams are led by good guys, and they had a great example this year in Rob Fuller, and so we're hoping those guys, they get those 14 days, recover a little bit, and learned a lot from this season. We lost 8 games in the last possession this year, and that was really tough. But hopefully those guys really absorb that and understand that what's it really going to take to get those stops in the stretch, to be able to not give up boards, to make sure that we secure the ball and take care of it. The little details that really add up to big things in the end are the things that we really need to focus with this group.
Coach, we've talked about senior point guard Rob Fuller. We talked about senior guard Patrick Monroe and his couple of big threes tonight. But really cool moment at the beginning of the game. Jack Divini, bogged with injuries his whole career here at Holy Names. He was able to get in and get one shot up tonight. Talk about what was going through the coaching staff's mind to get him that opportunity on his senior night.
He earned that. Jack is such a great energy guy. Like you mentioned, he's been bogged down with injuries, but not once did he falter in his attitude. He showed up to do rehab every day. He talked to our guys. Our guys love him. He always has a smile on his face no matter what's happening to him. And he earned that moment, and we wanted to make sure we had that. We've been prepping for this for the last couple of weeks with our athletic training staff. Gloria was very aware of what we wanted to do, and we didn't want to rush it, but we wanted to get him a shot and have a uniform that he's earned to have. And so we were really happy with that moment. I thought it was a pretty cool moment with the guys, and our guys were so on board with it that I also thought goes to show the group and how together they were.
That's really awesome. And then last point I want to make real quick. You had a great assistant coach under you, Jake McCloud. You mentioned in your script that you wrote up that you hope that he's learned from you as much as you've learned from him. What are a couple of things that stand out to you from having him as a coach under your wing?
Yeah, I was an assistant coach for 8 years, so I've been in that role as an assistant, and he epitomizes what an assistant coach does. He wants to work, he wants to get better. He's always looking to see what's next. He's always trying to figure out what needs to be done, and never wavers in his effort and his enthusiasm and passion he has for basketball. He spent a lot of time in the gym with our guys doing skills and player development stuff. There's nothing that he does that he's not going to do to the best of his abilities, and that just kind of reminds me of a younger assistant coach that I was under Dennis Jones, and always wanting to get better, always wanting to take things off his plate, always wanting to learn from him. He asked the right questions. He I think tonight I let him draw up a out of bounds play, which was a pretty cool moment for him. But I really feel that he's going to be a really good coach one day, and he's doing it the right way. He wants to work his way up, and he's been under some pretty cool people. Musselman, his last stop at UNR, and so he's learned a lot from different coaches, and so hopefully he'll come into his own in the next couple of years.
All right. Congrats on this season, Coach, and looking forward to see what happens this off season and rolling into next season. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.